This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Sam Jones here at the Hilton Hotel near Manchester Airport. Sam, it's a big, big week for yourself. 4 fighters out on Friday night, but most importantly, Pat Brown professional debut. It's been a while since we've really had a buzz like this for a pro debut, so big that they're headlining the show, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, he's sold over 1,000 tickets out of his hands, so he's had if people watch his amateur fights, you'll know that he's made for the pros, and this is the next big star of British boxing for sure.
And then just talking about the pace he's going to get moved, obviously all goes well Friday night. It's a simple 6-round main event. How quick and how active can we see him be this year?
Very active. I want him boxing maybe four times, definitely 3 more times this year, and then an active next year, and just keep progressing. I mean, listen, this guy here, he's coming, he's in shape, and he's going to try and win. That's what we want. That's what we want in a professional debut. We don't want journeyman that's just going to tuck up and run around the ring. He's going to try and fight Pat, but ultimately I think Pat will destroy him.
Speaking to Jamie Moore last week, I said, at what rate will he be moved? And he said in a similar sense to the way Cameron Vong's been moved. As his manager, can you say the same?
Yeah. I would say he will be moved, not quickly, not recklessly, but he will be moved correctly to what he is. There's no point us fighting bodies that he's just going to topple over. But I do think Pat, as he goes through the level, will do that to the top level the guys as well. It's hard to get him sparring. It's really hard to get him sparring. He's a dangerous fucker.
You mentioned hard for him to get sparring. Who have you had him sparring in camp?
He's been sparring a few lads. I don't go into who he has been sparring, but Pat is a frightening talent.
Cameron Vong versus Jordan Flynn, finally here, just almost a year on since the first fight was over a year on since the first fight.
To be fair, they say what they say. They'll shake hands afterwards, but I believe Cameron will do a good job on Jordan on Friday. I mean, listen, I like Jordan. We get on, but Cameron's my boy, and I back him to the hills.
What do you make of the antics from Jordan Flynn? T-shirt, a few comments made?
It's a little bit of nervous energy there from Jordan. People can say whatever they watch. I've watched the Gavin Gwen fight back twice. Cameron won that fight. He landed all the clean shots. Gavin did outwork him at times, but if you watch the fight closely, all the shots were landing. Look at their two faces after the fight. I mean, I respect Gavin Gwen, and he knows that. But I believe Cameron was the winner, and that's the reason why the judges, it was a unanimous decision in Cameron's favour. It is what it is. We're here now. We're fighting Jordan Flynn, not Gavin Gwynn, and that's who Cameron's got to fight on Friday.
If all goes well for Cameron, will it be a Gavin Gwynn rematch?
We'll see. Right now, it's Jordan Flynn. That is all that matters. I mean, if that fight presents itself down the line, yeah, definitely. If it's what the fans want to see, and also if Cameron gets paid properly for the fight, because it's not an easy fight. Gavin Gwynn's he's a nightmare to fight. So yeah. But as you can see on Cameron's record, he don't duck nobody.
A fighter that I have to say, I'm really excited by after seeing the pro debut, Conor Toddsbury. He seems like a real deal, doesn't he?
He's a wrecking machine, Conor. He's a big, strong fucker that can hit with both hands. He can turn your lights over. But he's not in an easy fight on Friday. He's actually boxed him in the amateurs. But this guy's a Scottish champion or whatever he is. He's going to come and try and win. It's not an easy fight for Conor, but we believe when Conor taps somebody with a 10-ounce glove, you're in trouble.
What's the plan for Conor this year, 2025?
Activity and consistency. That's the plan for Conor.
Mark Dickinson back after the defeat in Japan. A really tough fight against Reece Farnell on Friday night.
Yeah, listen, very tough fight. Reece Farnell sold a lot of tickets. He's from Burnley. And yeah, it's not an easy fight for Mark, but that's what I say. Mark's fighting for the English title. Mark's got aspirations of competing at world level, so he has to be winning these fights. But I like Reece Farnell. He seems a really nice guy, and he's as game as a badger. He comes forward all night, strong, got a good gas tank on him. Mark's gonna have to be on his A game to win. Simple as that.
After such a length of time out and moving up to super middle, was there any...
He boxed in December.
Oh yeah, forgot boxing in December.
Cobwebs in December, so Mark's ready for this fight.
Okay, yeah. Just want to get your thoughts on a couple of these other big talking points. One that I feel is a bit of a random one, but we saw Jake Paul call out Anthony Joshua, of all people, and quoted him as he's stiff with no skill and no chin.
He's going to say that, isn't he? Because Jake Paul is Jake Paul. He's a marketing machine. I'm sure he'll do the fight. everybody will watch it, myself included. I think we're all telling lies if we wouldn't tune in to Netflix or wherever it would be to watch that fight. But ultimately, it's a mismatch, isn't it? I would be worried for Jake Paul's health in that fight, if that fight did happen.
Speaking to people and seeing the response from it, a lot of people are saying that it is a complete mismatch, 0% chance for Jake Paul.
Yeah.
We saw the press talk continue, Benn versus Eubank. The Piers Morgan on Sense shows had a lot of people talking as well, especially a bit at the end where Liam Smith was quoted saying that it was a bit of a forced handshake that Piers Morgan was trying to get at.
Yeah, I don't know where Piers trying to get the views that he's got them to handshake, but ultimately they're fighting, aren't they, soon? They don't like each other and they're going to settle it in the ring.
I've seen some people say that Conor Benn's Gareth A. Davies in particular said that Conor Benn's hatred towards Chris Eubank Jr. isn't real. Do you see the same?
It is.
You do think it is a real hatred?
Someone smack you around the head as well with an egg. How are you going to feel towards them? You're not going to like them, are you? So it's not. So Gareth A. Davies doesn't know Conor personally. So I'm telling you, they don't like each other.
What have you made of Chris Eubank Jr. going down this road of constantly calling him a cheat?
Chris Eubank Jr. is a great self-promoter. I like Chris Eubank Jr. for boxing. I think he's good for boxing. He's acted slightly out of character in this one because he's never been physical like in a face-to-face. I think the fight was big enough already, but it made the fight that much bigger, didn't it? So, listen, I'm backing Conor to win the fight, but yeah, I think Eubank Jr. is good for boxing.
Just lastly, we saw Dan Toward in the ring back in Brighton at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Not his night, an unfortunate knockout defeat. What have you took away from that?
Massive disappointment for Dan. It's just a case of he got hit with a shot. He didn't really know what to do, in that makes sense, when he got it, because he's never actually been in that position before. But ultimately, we're going to rebuild him, and Dan's still a fantastic fighter, an amazing prospect, and I expect him to go on to do massive things.
Would you say it was just a case of the fight was going so well in his way, caught cold?
Yeah, caught cold, switched off, and a guy like Kakalande, he was there like a predator, ready to seize his moment, and he did. And listen, good luck to him. Good luck to him. He's had a tough story, tough life. He's come over here to try and change his life. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. Wish him all the best, and we will rematch him down the line for sure.
Have you spoke to Nissa, callout? Any plans of when he can come back?
Yeah, Dan will be back out in June, and he'll have an active year, and we'll look to headline him on Channel 5 later this year.
Well, Sam, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Best luck on Friday. Cheers, Sam.